so for a monologue, again, you come up and take space, right? Say your name, say what you're doing.
Hi, I'm Mattie's wife, and I'm doing Sophie's monologue from Honor by Joey Burns. I wish I was like you. Like you. You're so clear. You seem so clear about things, whereas I'm so, I can never quite say what I'm, even to myself, I'm so inarticulate. Some nights I lay awake and I go over the things I've said confidently, and they just fall to pieces. And where there were words, there's now just this feeling of impossibility, that everything is, there's no way through it. I used to feel that way when I was very small, it's not a childish feeling. As if I was choking on life, as if life was coming down around me and I couldn't see my way through it. What does a child who has everything suffer from? You can name it. I can't. But it was sort of like, I used to see it in my head as a jungle around me, surrounding me, some kind of darkness that was organic, alive, and the only thing that kept me here was that picture of Mom and Dad. So, because I'm older now, I shouldn't remember that anymore. That feeling of laying in bed and I feel them outside my room and all their warmth and their kind of charm to them. Maybe you're right, and is not as simple as it seems. But I don't know, I felt such a love for each other from them, and inside that, I felt love. But now that that's gone, and everything that has kept me here is gone, I don't know what to do with that, and I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not a kid. But I still want. I still need. I'm sorry. That's
Great.
Woo!
It's like you're piggybacking off Thomas, like his grounded. That's beautiful, really, really beautiful. Okay. Okay. Here's what I want to do. What is this? Who is this person talking to?
Talking to my sibling.
Your sibling. Which sibling?
I chose my brother.
Great. There's a different relationship between brothers and sisters. Specificity is what I'm after, so you're leading in to what I'm talking about. Specificity is how you specifically deliver this monologue, right? I could say the phrase, I love you, right? And if what I mean is I hate you, I'm going to say it differently than if the phrase is, I love you, I really am like crazy about you, right? So we want to be specific about each moment. Now, monologues are also great invitations because we all think they're just speeches, right? But actually they're conversations. So we're going to start this again. And I want you to tell me the first two lines of your monologue.
I wish I was like you.
And then what's the next one?
Like you. You're so clear. You seem so clear.
Okay, let's start it again. I'm going to say something between your first and second line. Thank you.
I wish I was like you.
Like who?
Like you. You're so clear. You seem so clear about things.
What?
Okay, whereas I'm so inarticulate. I can never quite say what I'm even to myself.
I don't know.
Some nights I lay awake and I go over the things I've said confidently. The things I've said confidently, and they
Great,
just,
let's stop. So why does this person say confident?
because I feel like sometimes she just kind of says things that don't really matter. So like when she actually
She probably isn't confident.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so again, specificity. Do you see how when we did it again, we did the dialogue, how the second line always seemed a little bit more specific than the first time she said it, right? This is what all of you should do. Even with a song, like cabaret song, whatever you want to do, every line leads into the next. So what is the person saying to you? Even if they're not actually saying anything, it makes you say the next thing, right? I want you to picture that.
Yeah.
Start again.
I wish I was like you. Like you. You're so clear. You seem so clear about things. Whereas I'm so, I can never quite say what I'm even to myself. I'm so inarticulate. Some nights I lay awake and I go over the things I've said.
Why do you say this? Why do you go into the story?
I feel like it's kind of an example of being inarticulate.
What is this person doing that you are not that makes you have to keep going? This is what I mean. You want to
Okay.
keep putting the performance outside of the line, right? This is really, we're also getting to high level. This is like next level stuff, right? But what is this person doing that makes you have to keep talking? You know how I said earlier, I'm going to keep talking until you get to the point that I'm making? We do this all the time in speeches too. So what does this person do that makes you have to say the next thing?
I would probably say they aren't listening, and I need to elaborate.
So if somebody isn't listening and you need to elaborate, what do you usually do? Start again.
Like you, you're so clear. You seem so clear about things, whereas I'm so, I can never quite say what I'm, even to myself, I'm so inarticulate. And some nights I lay awake and I go over the things I've said confidently, and they just fall to pieces. And where there were words, there's now just this feeling of impossibility.
Great, really great, right? Do you see how much more energized that performance gave at the beginning? Because she had a very clear and specific person that they were talking to, and also like there was a very specific thing they wanted. And anger, right? Do you see how angry they came out? Right? There was a frustration there. Now the next thing I want you to do,
2 more minutes.
okay, great, sorry. I want you to start using the space. So like when you start talking about your bedroom, what does it look like? Where is it?
Yeah. Okay.
Is it over here? Could you use it?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? To describe this. This is called visual, this is what actors call visual imagery. It's when we see something very specifically and you almost see it when we because we see it. And you all, whenever you're talking about a place, if you're talking about anything, cabaret, if you're talking about Weimar Republic in 1930s, right? If you see it cleanly in your mind, we will see it cleanly in our minds. All right? I want you to use this space. I want you to, if you can start at the beginning again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I were like you.
Like what?
Like you. You're so clear. You seem so clear about things, whereas I'm so, I can never quite say what I'm, even to myself, I'm so inarticulate. Some nights I lay awake and I go over things I've said confidently.
I want you to live it. I want you to live it for yourself. I want you to see it like you're living it. All right. The other thing is, when we speak, expert like this, I don't know what I'm about to say. I don't want you to know what you're about to say. I want you to discover it, right? Like you're describing this because you've had this experience probably, right? You've thought about this beforehand. She says some nights
I lie awake at night. She probably sees it, right? We often talk to each other, and when we have conversations together, we can literally watch the other person relive things, right? That's a very human behavior to do. This is what I want you to do when you go out in the world, if you're working on something, watch other performances, watch real people and see how they live, right? It'll teach you how to do things like this, right? We're gonna do this real quick and then we're gonna move on to the next. That's fine. Yeah, let's start there.
Some nights, I lay awake and I go over the things I've said confidently. The things I've said confidently. And they just fall to pieces. And where there were words, there's now just this feeling of impossibility.
Great. That's great. Okay, you see what I mean? Like, she is living that moment to moment, and it's suddenly so much more alive. Like, even confidently specific, right? Kind of funny. Like, you had a person, and like this butch person that you suddenly made. Like, that's like the best thing about being an actor, is living moment to moment, and that's what you just did. Thank you for that, Kim. Well done. Well done. You know what you're doing?
I'm Olivia Reader, and I'm doing Sarah's monologue from 3 Miles of Bad Road by Nehal.
Okay, can you do it again? I want you to enunciate. I want to hear you.
Hi, I'm Olivia Reader, and I'm doing Sarah's monologue from 3 Miles of Bad Road by Nehal.
Right.
You can't stand spending time with me, can you? You hate me, you're miserable, and you're counting down the seconds until I get done trying to bond with you so you can go back to your husband. You don't even want to go on this trip with me. This vacation of ours that was supposed to be a girls' trip, supposed to be just you and me, only you couldn't do that. No, you had to bring your whole brood along. And did I complain? No. I adjusted my expectations because that's what I do. But I still thought this could be an adventure. Is that really asking for too much? I mean, really, what do I have to do to make you want to spend time with me? We used to talk all the time. And I get it. We're not in that place anymore, and that's fine. But I still thought this whole alien hunt thing could be an experience. A little time spent in the desert, a few laughs, while indulging in the fanciful notion that there's something out here worth searching for. I don't actually expect us to find perfect alien life. But I thought we might, I don't know, rediscover our friendship. I miss my sister. If spending time with me is really that helpful, then maybe you should go back to the hotel. I can look for the Daily Express.
It's great. Really wonderful work. All right, who is this person? Your person is your sister? Your sister. Like, that's you playing? Like, who is this person in this piece? Like, you could be playing for somebody.
She's,
Who is she?
I mean, she's,
Like, what does she do in the play? Have you read the play? It's okay if you haven't.
no.
Okay, so what do you think this situation is?
It's like there's super close sisters and there's super close partners there. And then there's these spread apart, she's not married, have this whole like family.
Right.
And they tried to go on this camping trip to like, to get back together. But
Right.
it's like not going.
Okay, so what do you think happened just before this? You had to say all this stuff.
She let her down somewhere, she was wrong with her friend, so.
Yeah, so this is what I mean. You want to have a very specific moment for it. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying, like, this is like, if you have a very specific moment before, like I said, saying I love you, meaning I hate you, or like robbing a bank and coming on stage versus like breaking up with your girlfriend and coming on stage or your significant other is going to completely change how you start. So pick something. What do you think happened? Maybe let's just say this person just said, I'm getting on the plane right now. How are you going to stop them from doing that? Right? And again, when you have a monologue, I want you to think about what happens between each of your lines that makes you have to say the next line. So when I do it, I go out and I literally write questions there. Literally write this question from this. I write the dialogue. So then it specifies the next line, right? Let's start again. Also, do you like aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
I mean,
Do you think this?
they weren't proven to be real by the government.
Great. Maybe you do believe in it. Like you're here to do this alien hunt. You're super psyched about this alien hunt. Do you think she's disappointed then that this person is leaving? Yeah. Let's start from that place. Leave.
You can't stand spending time with me, can you? You hate me, you're miserable, and you're counting down the seconds until I get on trying to bond with you so you can go back to your husband. You didn't even want to go on this trip with me. This vacation of ours that was supposed to be a girls' trip, supposed to be just you and me, only you couldn't do that. No, you had to bring your whole crew along.
Let's stop. Go back to this vacation of ours, right there.
This vacation of ours that was supposed to be a girls' trip, supposed to be just you and me, only you couldn't.
What did she just say?
It's supposed to be just.
I want you to underline that point, right? It's you two, and she's leaving. So you got to underline that point. This vacation of ours, go ahead.
This vacation of ours that was supposed to be a girls' trip, supposed to be just you and me, only you couldn't do that. No, you had to bring your whole brood along. Did I complain? No. I adjusted my expectations because that's what I do.
Is she getting mad? Is she getting mad? Are you getting mad? You get mad. I want to hear you get mad. Is this how you get mad usually? Well, let me see you get mad. Don't be scared.
Okay. Should I start?
Again, when you go places, we go with you. We see ourselves when you go there. Go.
You can't stand spending time with me, can you? You hate me, you're miserable, and you're counting down the seconds until I get on trying to bond with you so you can go back to your husband. You didn't even want to go on this trip with me. This vacation of ours that was supposed to be a girls' trip, supposed to be just you and me, only you couldn't do that. No, you had to bring your whole brood along. And did I complain? No. I adjusted my expectations because that's what I do.
Great. Let's stop for a second. It's really wonderful. All right. Now, again, we're going to think about the kind of person that you are, play, right? And we're going to go to the playwright, and they're going to tell us the kind of person you're playing. I want you to say, tell me again the first couple lines of your monologue.
Can't stand spending time.
And then the next thing is going to tell you exactly who this person is. Say the next line. You can't stand spending. You hate me. You're miserable.
You're counting down the seconds until I get one trying to bond with you.
What kind of person says that right off the top of it? Have you had this? Like, have you had this conversation with somebody where your friend, you're like, you hate me.
You know me so well.
I mean, you know what I mean? So, what kind of person says that kind of thing? Like, it's kind of a frivolous person a little bit, right? That's the kind of like, when you know your argument is kind of dumb, you also say that you hate me. You absolutely hate me. Right? The playwright is telling you who this person is. And then you're gonna go to ghost hunting, which is alien hunting, which is ridiculous, right? This person is a little ridiculous. So just imagine if it was like a Kardashian. I want you to have this conversation like you're a Kardashian, okay? Start it again. You're a Kardashian. Do you know them? You obviously. I don't know. What's a Kardashian stand like? How does a Kardashian stand? Immediately, you've told the audience who you are. Start.
You can't stand spending time with me, can you? You hate me, you're miserable, and you're counting down the seconds until I get one trying to bond with you so you can go back to your husband. You didn't even want to go on this trip with me. This vacation of ours that was supposed to be a girls' trip, supposed to be just you and me, only you couldn't do that. No, you had to bring your whole brood along. And did I complain? No, I adjusted my expectations because that's what I do. But I still thought we could create an experience together.
Okay, let's stop. Now, this is what's called a beat shift, right? But I'm going to tell you this whole part, but I thought we could do this. So you have to change how you're speaking, right? The playwright tells you, but means there's a shift, right? When we speak, you know, I really like you guys, but now you're going to think something is horrible, right? There's a shift, and the playwright will tell you to read the word, right? So you have to shift there. So shift it. Is she going to do something to become sweet? These are called tactics, right? We're going to change our tactics. So then we're going to shame this person, but then we're going to butter them up. All right? Start again.
You can't stand spending time with me, can you? You hate me, you're miserable.
Kardashian.
You're counting down the seconds until I get up on trying to bond with you so you can go back to your husband. girls trip supposed to be just you and me? You couldn't do that. No. You had to bring your whole brood along. Did I complain? No. I adjusted my expectations because that's what I do. But I still thought we could create an experience together.
Now you
Is
change.
that really asking
Butter
for
up,
too much?
butter up.
I mean, really, what do I have to do to make you want to spend time with me?
Now you're the victim.
We used to talk all the time. I get it, we're not in that place anymore. But I still thought this whole alien hunt thing could be an adventure. Bonding experience. Little time spent in the desert while indulging in a fanciful notion that there's something out here worth searching for. I don't actually expect us to find proof of alien life. But I thought we might, I don't know, rediscover our friendship. I miss my sister. Spending time with me is really that awful. Maybe you should go back one time. And look for the day I learned myself.
You see how that little shift in just how she plays something just opens up the whole thing in a different way and becomes more interesting. You can all do that. All these things you can do. I understand it might be boring to watch other people do it always sometimes, but like this is like the work of an actor. It's really technical and there's a lot of minutiae to it. Alright? I think we have about 10 minutes. Do